Hi, I'm Barbara. Welcome to this week's version of Craft Corner. Today we're getting close to President's Day, and so I thought it'd be fun to make George Washington and Abraham Lincoln. These are a little bit harder to do than normal, but we're going to try. You're using toilet paper rolls or craft tubes, and you're going to need some patterns, which I've made up for you for your kits. And you're going to need some construction paper in either a pale pink or a peach, a dark blue, and a black. You're going to need glue dots, scissors, some cotton balls, some Google eyes, markers and pen, and a pink crayon. And I think we're ready to get started. First of all, these will be printed for you, and you'll need to cut these out and use them to trace onto the different colors of construction paper. I've marked what color they are and for which character they are. And I have gone ahead and done that and cut these out so that I can make our video a little faster. This is the pale pink. You can either use pale pink or a pale peach. And I am using glue dots because I had tried the glue sticks and I just didn't feel like they held well enough. So I just go along the short edge of the pale pink and run a couple of glue dots down there. And then I'm going to take my tube and I'm going to put it about a ½ inch down so it's not completely at the edge. And then I'm going to wrap my tube and put more glue dots down for the edging. Then this part that overlaps at the top, you will just fold in with your fingers and push down all the way around. And you end up with a tube like that. We're going to do that with the other one also. The same procedure. You're just basically getting the top edge of your tube to be pink or light peach. So roll it on tight and then fasten it down. And then fold it in. So you've got two guys that are pink at the top. Now I have taken the blue one, and this is going to be George Washington. And the seam is back here, so I'm putting this edge right here opposite that, so that can be the front of our president. And again, you want to use some glue dots to hold it down. You're going to go through quite a few glue dots on this particular project. So I'm putting the opposite side in the middle. I'm going to wrap this around. So this is in the back. It looks about like that. See, it's up high in the back. Let's see. We need more glue dots. Then I'm going to roll this guy. And I have a lot sticking out the end, and I'm just going to turn it inside and tuck it. So it looks like that. So we have George Washington right here. Now I'm going to do something similar with Mr. Lincoln. He has a square where his face is going to be. So we're going to put him opposite the seam, and we're going to glue it down like this. So more glue dots. I had him a little high. I'm going to go down a little bit there. Fasten that down and then roll it. When you let it go, it just flies, doesn't it? That's all right, because I can get it back. All right, so I'm going to put some glue dots on the edge of this and roll it down and fasten it down. So now he looks like this, and we're going to take his bottom and tuck it in like we did the other. So this gets all tucked in nicely. So there you go. So you have two faces there. Now we're going to give Mr. Washington some hair. So you take a cotton ball and you pull on it just a little bit so it fits a little further. So it's going to fit down inside here. So I'm going to stick a glue dot down there to kind of hold it. So I got something to stick the hair to. So I stick the cotton ball in there and kind of push against the glue dot so it holds it. So basically you just got a top like that. Now we're going to take another cotton ball and we're going to pull on it a little bit, and we want most of the ball to stay right here so he has part of his wig there. So we will put this on this side with another glue dot. We want both sides of this. So we're going to put one over here and one over on this side. So that way, President Washington and I'm going to take this other one and pull a little bit on it and then put it on this side. So George Washington, and I might just put, a piece right here on the back and kind of pull his hair over. So George Washington now has hair. Okay? Now we want to give him a face. So I'm going to take a thin marker and I'm going to draw a little upside down C for his nose, like that. And I'm going to give him a little smile. And I'm going to give him eyebrows. Here you go. So you have that. And then we're going to take a glue dot and split it in half so that we can put his eyes on without having glue sticking out all over the place. So if we just take half a glue dot and we put it on his googly eyes, and half a glue dot on the other googly eye, then there's our president. Now he still needs some lace on his collar, and I had you cut out the one piece that says white WG, means white George Washington. So we're going to take a glue dot. And put it on the back of his lace collar and stick it right there. And there you have George Washington. Now he still needs some cheeks, so I'm using a crayon to make some little circles where his smile comes. Okay, so there you have him. Now we're going to work on Mr. Lincoln. Well, Mr. Lincoln needs a hat. So you cut out the circle, and you cut the circle in black, and you cut out the piece that looks like this. Now you're going to take all of these little tabs and fold them down. Like this, so that there's a straight line across. There's a straight line across, and then we have those little scallops. You're going to take this and roll it together and fasten it with a glue dot so it's a long kind of a tube itself. Fasten it to itself so it's a round tube, and then you're going to take some glue dots and fasten them to this bottom part. And then you can push it down on top of that round piece of black, and you have just made yourself a tall hat. Okay, so that is going to go on top here. So we need a couple of glue dots on the rim of the pink part for the hat. And then you set this hat down on the glue dots so that it stays. Now, he needs some eyes. So I'm going to take one glue dot and divide it in two like we did the other guy. And I'll put his eyes on. And then he needs a nose and a mouth and eyebrows. So I'm giving him eyebrows over his eyes and an upside down C for his nose and a smile like this. Then I'm going to take my pink crayon and give him some cheeks. Now, what does Mr. Lincoln still need? He needs a beard. So I've taken a fatter marker and I'm just going to make squigglies. I'm going to go all the way around the pink. And when I get to the dip, I'm going to go down the sides like this, and I'm going to make squigglies. And I'm going to go up the other side. So he ends up with a beard, and then with hair all the rest of the way around. So the back looks like this, and the front looks like this. And there, Mr. Lincoln has his beard. Now, he still needs the front of his suit. So you had a white triangle that you were supposed to cut out that said AL on it, meaning Abraham Lincoln. So you want to put a glue dot on that, on the back, and tuck it right at the bottom of his beard. And then you had a bow tie that you were cutting out of black, and we're going to put it on. And you're going to put it on right there. And there you have Mr. Lincoln. So you have Mr. Lincoln and George Washington. So that's it for Craft Corner for today. I do want to tell you that I'm going to take a couple of weeks off so that I can be researching and developing new crafts for you for this spring. So for the next 2 weeks, what I would like for you to do is go back over my other videos of Craft Corner, and if there's anything that you missed or that you really want to make, if you'll check with us, we have some excess kits on most of those things. So if you wanted to go ahead and do one of my previous videos with me that you've not gotten to do, let me know and I'll get you a kit. And I'll see you in a couple of weeks on Craft Corner.